What's up, family? It's Coach Dev. Y'all know when y'all see this face is about getting some money. Listen, we've been having people like tapping in, asking us a ton of questions just based off of the live in-person event that we just ran last week. So I just want to go through a couple of the questions, answer the questions for the people, and let's get into it. So the number one question from Angela from Wisconsin. She says, how different is your life from 90 days ago? Wow. Angela from Wisconsin. My life from 90 days ago. Pretty different. I can say this. I can say small steps lead to huge accomplishments. And a lot of the things that I was dreaming of and envisioning for myself 90 days ago, a lot of them have worked out and came into fruition. So what I can say is I'm super grateful 90 days later that a lot of the things that we've been planning and hoping for has actually been working out. We've been on a lot of major podcasts this year. We did Motion to Success. We did Culture Podcast. We've been doing a lot. We've been working. I've been on Jay Hill. That was amazing, super dope. I got to share the stage with my brother, Dayron Myers. Shout out Day, I love you. Thank you for, coming through and blessing us with that. We started this journey only 9 months ago, man. Like, that's how fast life can happen for you. I went through the whole entire thing with like the job. As y'all know, I was a firefighter EMT for Baltimore City for 6 years. And I went through like a huge depression. Ended up getting sent away for like 72 days. Had to go to a facility. A lot of therapy, a lot of counseling. But in that time, something beautiful was happening to me in that time, because that's when all of what I'm living out today, that's when those images and those visions started for me. So I literally, what they used to have us do is they used to have us meditate every morning at 10 a.m. Where I was at. I was in a facility called the Hog and Javier de Grace. It's no secret. We talk about it openly. If anybody else that's dealing with depression, like, it's a real thing. People go through it. I went through it. You know what I mean? There's nothing wrong with it. Just get the help that you need is all I can say, because you go into a dark place. But nonetheless, while I was at this facility, we had to go through a lot of just getting to know your inner self, man. And a lot of that was meditating every morning. And when we used to meditate every morning at 10 a.m., I used to have these visions of me and my brother Day and my wife and his wife at the airport, jewelry on, first class. Like, I used to have these visions, us being like on stage, just rich, driving the cars that we wanted to drive, like being on podcasts, the whole nine. I used to have these visions then. So like everything started for me then. So once I completed the program, I came home and I told my wife, I was like, I don't want to fucking do it no more. I don't want to work as a firefighter no more. I want to retire and actually pursue these visions I've been having. Like, God gave me those visions for a reason. And I don't believe he gave them to me just to let me down at the end of the day. And I trusted it. So we had a conversation, and I told her, I'm not going back. I'm going to try to pursue this. She supported me. 9 months later, man, here we are. You know what I mean? And life has been good. Life has been a lot better since. Like I said, we've been touring. We've been all over, like, podcasts. We went from growing our following from 8,000 followers when I started this journey. I'm all the way up to 65,000 followers in just these couple of months. That went viral a lot. We've had 3 in-person events. We've touched a lot of homes, a lot of lives. A lot has changed in these last 9 months. So I can't wait to see, what the next 9 really look like. It's about to get spooky. The next question. There's a couple good ones on here. Who did you build this event for specifically? Okay, who did you build this for specifically? The event I built just for my community. I feel like there's a lot of lack of knowledge in my community. Like, we from Baltimore City, it's a very impoverished city, a very violent city, a very drug-infested city. And with that, there's a lot of ignorance. So for me, my only goal was to just come back and educate, like, my community. Let them know, like, listen, bro, I come from what you come from. My mother is still struggling with drugs. She was strung out on heroin my entire life growing up. My dad was incarcerated for kingpin charges growing up. My grandmother raised me until she died of cancer. Like, I'm a product of this shit. But at the end of the day, I went out and I educated myself, and I got the knowledge, and I tested it. And it works. And I just wanted to come back and show the people that, hey, look, this works. We got everything messed up. We got everything fucked up. Excuse my language, y'all, but I'm going to be honest and transparent with y'all at all times. We got things fucked up. Like, we were taught to go to college and get a job and to work. We were never taught to think for ourselves and to create for ourselves. And I just want to show people in my community and my city that it's possible. Yeah, I was a firefighter. Yeah, I was an EMT. I mean, those are the things I had to work for. But I quit all of that to bet on myself and chase my dream. And you can too. So a lot of this event, these events that we run for the city, we run one quarterly, every 3 months. We do it for the city to let them know, look, I come from the same thing that you come from. I did it. You know, you can too. So I hope that answers your question. Next one. Why did you, oh, we already did that one. Oh, why did you create this in-person event instead of just running more webinars? Because it's important for the people to see you. It's important for people to know that you're real. It's important to come and touch the people, hug the people, love on the people. Shout out my man, Mr. Phenomenal Power, Dion Coopwood. That was my mentor. He's still my mentor. One of the things he taught us early was love on the people. He don't worry about, he always tells me like, yo, Dev, don't worry about like when it's going to happen. Just win. Like, don't worry about when, just win. And that's something that stuck with me. Like, it's going to happen. It's not a matter of when, as long as you keep getting those small victories every day. And we getting a step closer every day. But I'm simply saying that to say that sometimes you just need to love on the people, and you need to let them know that there's somebody here that still cares for them and that still recognizes them. So you want to basically love on the people. One of the things that he taught us to do was just love on our people. And that means, throwing free events, come out seeing them, give free gifts, stuff like that. So shout out Dion, man. That's why we do it. We go out there to love on the people and show them that, we are real, that we are here with you, and that, we understand. Caitlin from New Jersey, what is a story of someone who got 760 to 90 days? Oh, we got those all the time. So she asked, what is a story of someone who got a 760 90 days? Hey, look, y'all can check. Hey, I'm one of the best. I'm the GOAT. I'm really like one of the GOATs of this shit, man. Y'all can check my Instagram page at I am Coach Dev. There's nobody over these last 9 months that's got more live in-person testimonials. And these aren't just like screenshots of like people, saying, oh, my score went up. Nah, these are real live testimonials of, yo, Coach Dev came in and he helped me do this, and Coach Dev taught me to do this, and Coach Dev helped me to set up this, and Coach Dev helped me to get that money. Like, we have a ton of testimonials. But one person I'll give you is my girl, Ebony. So Ebony, we were able to take Ebony from the 540s all the way up to a 720s in all 3 credit bureaus in just 45 days. So we talk about graduating. And a lot of people don't know, like, when y'all go to these credit companies, they don't be giving you a 3B suite. We get you a 700 across all 3 bureaus, and stuff doesn't come back. Some of these places that you guys go to, stuff is taken off and then it comes back in a couple of days. We don't do that. So most of our clients, on average, are graduating. And like I said, graduating just means you got a 700 credit score across all 3 credit bureaus. You got everything taken off. 85% of my students are graduating. About 65 to 70% of them are graduating in that first 60 to 90 day window. So we got a ton of them. Shout out my girl Ebony too. She just got the 720 credit score, got her new keys to her new house, like big new house for her and her family, her and her kids. I was so happy for them, right? So shout out my girl Ebony for coming in and dominating. My girl Lex, she came in. We got so many of the stories, but yeah, my girl Lex, she came in with 6-something credit score. We got her a 721 across all 3 credit bureaus, and she actually came in on like a discounted deal for just $97. So she took advantage of a $97 deal and got $1,000 results with it. So we get those all the time, right? Next question. Why are you focused on helping service workers escape burnout? Ooh, that's big. Why are you focused on helping service workers escape burnout? Because I was a service worker myself who was burnt out. That's why. At the end of the day, nobody knows the trauma that you go through with the type of career that I had. Like, I was looked at as like a superhero from people, right? Like, people call 911 during their worst days, their worst moments. And people look at you as a superhero and forget that you're a human being just like them. And when you're in a career where other people's problems constantly become your problems, sometimes your problems get placed on the back burner. And so sometimes your feelings and emotions and trauma will get placed on the back burner for the lives of others. And when that happens, to me, it's like going down a rabbit hole, because one, you work in 24-hour shifts, right? So think about that logically. Think about being gone away from your family, away from responsibilities, everything that you have in your world for 24 hours at a time. Every time you go to work, you're done. You're gone for 24 hours, period, right? So when you think about this all the way through, like working 24 hours, 24 hours straight, you're working. So you're drained. 2, you're constantly the superhero for other people. So you have these mental battles all day, struggles. Like, I'm a medic, so I got to figure out what the fuck is wrong with you. Why is he not breathing? I got to figure out why you're not breathing. Got to stop making you breathe. Why is he bleeding like this? Got to stop the bleeding, right? So you start going down this rabbit hole, and you're gone for 24 hours, and then you get off, and you're mentally drained, you're physically drained. That first day, all sleep. That's just a recovery day. Then you got to go back in after that recovery day. So you got 24 hours on, 24 hours off, and then 24 hours back on. So you're going right back in straight off of that power nap, right? That power day. Going straight back in. And now this day, the second day, you dragging. The second day hurts. I'm telling you, it hurts. Like, you are dragging. You can't wait to get the fuck out of there. And then you work 24 hours and you come home barely making it. We've had people crash on their way home. This is how real this shit is. Like, we don't think about it. We've lost firefighters on their way home from work because they were so mentally drained. So just to give you like a taste of the atmosphere, right? So I'm coming home the next day, and then you have 5 days off, which to a lot of people sounds great. Like, damn, 5 days off. Yeah, you only work 8 days a month when you want to, when you're scheduled to. But nonetheless, that first day, like I said, those first 2 days, you're going to sleep them bitches all the way through. You're going to sleep them straight through. Like, I don't care who you think you is, you're going to sleep them first 2 days off. The next 3, you kind of start getting into like your mojo. But to answer the question, like I said, years of this same system over and over and over, you're going to get burnt out. You're going to get mentally drained. You're going to get physically drained. You're going to get emotionally drained. You're going to get burnt out. So what I wanted to do was create an outlet and an escape for people that's trying to make that transition, that no longer wants to be a firefighter, a police officer, a cop, a nurse, and they're looking for that part 2 of their life, and they just don't know how to get started. I needed someone like myself to say, look, well, if that's not for you anymore and you want to start the entrepreneur life, these are the steps to take. And that's all I'm doing now, is just providing those steps for, other service workers so that they can follow the same steps and eventually quit their 9-to-5 and start their businesses as well. Okay, I love that question. The next question, what impact do you want Freedom U to have nationally? Oof, shit. What impact do you want Freedom U to have nationally? I want to touch 1 million people. That's what I want to do, man. Like, my goal is to touch 1 million people, at least. I don't know what it takes. I don't know what that looks like. We got a couple hundred now. And we've given, we've helped over thousands of people just with the free game, free information and stuff like that. But I'm talking about like 1 million people that I've directly impacted, that's came through my system. Like, that would be dope for me. My brother has the #1 carrier business in the world. Like, nationally, he's #1, right? Naturally, us coming from that type of background, that's what I would want for myself and for my business as well, too. To nationally be recognized. Don't gotta be #1, but I would like to be nationally recognized as a person that's helped over 1 million people, man. So I love that question. Thank you. The next one. Cool. Tiffany, Baltimore. What's your goal for monthly recurring revenue? I love that. What's your goal for monthly recurring revenue? To be completely honest with y'all, this might ruffle some feathers, but y'all don't understand the people that I'm around, and y'all don't understand my beliefs, and y'all don't understand what I see. But my revenue goals is to make 100K in a month. And then when I do it, my next one will be to make $1 million in a month. So shout out my man, Run. He made $1 million in a month. My brother made $1 million in a month. So Dion makes millions of dollars a month. It's possible. right? And I know that this is going to sound crazy to a lot of y'all, especially if you're from where I'm from. Like, that sounds crazy. Even 100,000. I know when I said 100,000, some of y'all was probably, get the fuck out of here. $100,000 in a month. Yeah, those are the people that I'm around, bro. And if you don't believe that you can do it, then you need to surround yourself around better people, because not only am I going to do it, not only do I know that it's possible because I see it, but I want you to know that it's possible for you as well. Because at the end of the day, I don't have any special gifts that you don't have. I'm not specially like I didn't come from money. You know, God didn't bless me with anything that he didn't bless you with already. You understand what I'm saying? So the way that I look at it is, and my brother did it. My brother came out the same coochie I came from. This nigga did it. So if he made $1 million in a month, I told myself I could make 100,000 in a month. If I can't do 10% of what he did, I'm not doing something right. We cut from the same cloth. We came from the same upbringing. We got that same drive and that same killer instinct in our chest at the end of the day. So I know that it's been done. I've seen it done through my counterparts. I haven't hit it yet. We haven't even hit 50K months yet. But in these next couple of weeks, next couple of months, we will be there. And then once I know that I've hit 50K, I'm going for 100,000 a month. So that's what my goals are. My goals are eventually to get to 100K months. And then once I accomplish that, and we're going to document, I'm going to show y'all, we're going to give y'all receipts. Once I accomplish that, then I'm going to shoot for the $1 million a month. I also was told by my man Runway that was his worst month in life. He said he almost lost. And I hope you don't mind me sharing this, Brody, because I know you've talked about it publicly. But my man Runway, shout out, he said him making $1 million in a month was miserable for him. It was the hardest thing he's ever had to do. He almost lost his family behind it. You know, it was tough. It was difficult. But nonetheless, he accomplished it. And I just want to be able to say, like, I'm a part of that group. Like, I did it. You know what I mean? I accomplished it. Even if I don't, I'm going for it. You know what I mean? So that's what my monthly goals are. I like that one. What do you want your audience to do today after hearing this? I want my audience to take action. I want them to be inspired. I want them to realize that, hey, he did it. I can too. Hey, he's from my city. With all the disadvantages that he had, he still made it. You can too. So more so than anything, I just want my people to just take initiative, believe in themselves, and get started, bro. Like, the hardest thing, and I tell people I love all the time, man, like, just get started. Like, a lot of times we got to have this shit figured out mentally first. What we think we do. We like, yo, I got to get this. I got to get my cameras. I got to get my lighting. Nah, bro. You can start with your phone just like this. Start with your phone just like this. It's that simple. But the more that you delay, the more that you procrastinate, the more that I got to wait. This ain't the perfect timing. Yo, you just allowing the opportunity for somebody that has the drive, that wants the same thing in life, to beat you out. I don't know if y'all think about that. Like, that's something, like, I'm a competitive fucking person. Like I can't know that I started the same time you started and you fucking blew past me and surpassed me. I ain't going for that. Like, I ain't going for it. So at the end of the day, if you have these visions and these thoughts for yourself and you don't act on them, God will place that vision into somebody. That's 8 billion of us. You think you're the only motherfucker walking around with that image or that dream or that idea? You're not. Now, the difference is the people that we see on TV are the people who took initiative and believed in themselves and executed on it. That's the only difference. But that idea was somebody else's idea well before we seen it. And that's what I think about. So just get active. Just start where you are. It does not matter where your money's at. It doesn't matter. The more fucking excuses you make, the longer you're going to delay the process. God's going to put that image into someone else's idea. They're going to have the courage that you don't fucking have, and they're going to act on it, and then you're going to be a hater talking about some, oh, I was thinking about that, or I had that idea, and da-da-da. Those are the hating people. The people who didn't act for themselves and somebody else took their idea and ran with it or acted on it. Those people that's pointing the fingers are the people who are haters because they didn't have the balls to go out and get started. That's the only difference, y'all. So if anything, get started. Get started. We're going to take 2 more. We're going to take 2 more. I like that. Okay. Oh, we already answered that. Why do you want to build a movement, not a business? Why do you want to build a movement, not a business? That's beautiful. First off, even recognizing that had to be somebody from like my pipeline already. But A revolution is a movement, right? And I want to revolutionize the way that my city thinks, the way that the average kid, ow, stop biting me, the way that the average kid thinks. I want to revolutionize our thinking, right? And the only way that we can do that is by moving a culture. Like, it has to be a movement. Like, I can't do it alone. I need you. Like, I need you just as much as you may need me or some of the information or some of the context that I got, right? And together, collectively, when we're all in this boat together, then it becomes a movement. But a movement just means we all win, man. And that's why that's important to me. Last question. What does legacy mean to you today versus 3 months ago? Wow. What does legacy mean to you today versus 3 months ago? Legacy. When I think of legacy, I think of lasting forever. I think of your name being like written in like stone. I think of you doing like something like great that like is talked about for like years. Like not just a year or two, like, but like years, like 10 years, 20 years, like legacy. Malcolm X, things that he's done 30, 40 years ago in the 60s, you know, we still talking about. Martin Luther King, we still talking about. Like, that's legacy. So I think about like legends and just marking, stamping, letting the world know you was here and letting the world know that you did something great. That's what legacy means to me. So if I can stamp that, hey, look, he was a kid that grew up with a drug addict as a mother, a father who was incarcerated, that was a kingpin that left, grandmother that raised him and ended up dying of cancer, and then he was homeless for a long time and had to figure life out. But he figured it out, and he's here, and he's helping all of these people. Man, I'm inspired by that. Man, I want to do that too. If my legacy inspires somebody, I did the right thing, man. I did the right thing. So that's what it's about for me. Creating something that lasts forever and that people will remember and that people get the benefit from. So that's my time today, man. I'm so grateful to have had the opportunity to do a Q&A with you guys. Keep sending in the questions. We're going to be doing this once a week. And I'm going to try to get to as many people as possible, man. I love y'all. Thank you. And I hope that you guys got something valuable from today, man. Let's go. Coach Dad. Let's get it.